Hi, I'm Jonathan here at Lynch & Sons, and welcome to this week's Something for the Weekend video. And we're going to have a look around our used shelves. But if you're watching this in the email, or you've come from the email has 10 items under £100 each for stocking fillers this Christmas. So not that far away now, it's scary. Let's look at the used. We're starting over here. Something we don't really see very often at all. We have here a complete Heil audio setup. So we have the Heil PR781. Plus an FS3 foot switch, plus a CC-1-XLRYB cable, which will be for a Yaesu 8-pin round connector, plus the HB1 boom. As a complete setup, you can see we've just put it on the edge of the desk there. The microphone would normally cost you about 180. Well, the whole setup here we're doing for about the same price, 179. So think of it, you buy the microphone, you get the rest of it absolutely free, which is, I mean, these boom arms from Heil are ridiculously expensive on their own when brand new, so you can buy a whole setup here for just 179. Just sat underneath it, we have a Kenwood TS590SG. This, of course, Kenwood's HF 6-meter base station radio, 100 watts out on all bands. Very, very good radio. It is kind of Kenwood's entry-level radio, but it's not entry level in performance by any means. Boxed and complete, just £899 this one. Nice cheap. I think that's a bargain at £899. I'm half tempted myself, but on the website £899.
No.
Oh.
Separate file.
Oh, for goodness sake! All right. So under it we have an FT950, blimey. FT950 Yaesu, the predecessor to the FTDX 1200. This is the nice one where you can have that IF board fitted inside and have it run alongside like a DMU. It is fully box complete, £599. Just a few marks on the top. I'm not sure whether Ian could just pick that up on the camera or not. You might be able to, might not be able to, but the actual fascia itself is absolutely pristine. Now, something we don't see very often at all. In fact, we've got two of them sat over there on our sort of demo area, but we have here a Yaesu FRG7, the Frog as it was called. This is, of course, Yaesu's communications receiver from the late 70s. This one has been fully tested by our workshop. It's actually in a very lovely condition. It's hardly got a scratch on it. The previous owner clearly looked after it very well. Don't have the box for this one, unfortunately, but we can pack it in such a way that it'll be safe on its travels to you. Just £75. Comes £75 for a beautiful communications receiver from its day. It really does work nicely. And it's one of those, the light even works, and that's the thing, the light even works, and it does come with the instruction manual, as you can see on the top. Moving along, we have an FT450D. It's the classic line, it's a 450 for 450. It's boxed and complete, this one. It's in a very good condition. You've got a slight scratch on the side, just up here, but to be honest, you're probably not going to notice that too much. Of course, this is Yaesu's entry-level HF, 100 watts on HF and 6 meters. This is the very radio that the CDXE used on their the expedition to Christmas Island at Tango 32 Charlie, and it's well, it's a £250,000 QSOs. You can't really go wrong, can you? Yours for just £450. Ready? Am I ready?
You're ready.
I think so. So here we have a couple of SP20s, the matching speaker for the FTDX 3000 or the FTDX 1200. So if you have either of those radios and fancy the matching speaker, got a couple of them, £79 each. A good addition to your shack this holiday season. But maybe you need the FTDX 3000 to go with it. Well, as it happens, we have one just sat there. £12.49 gets you one of those. They're about £1,300 new, so you can save yourself a chunk of money there. And this one is fully boxed and complete, of course, and obviously the 3000 is nice because with the 1200 you have to buy the external or the optional FFT1 board, which gives you the CWD code, and it also gives you the scope. This one has that built in, and I always say it is the baby 5000. They've essentially taken a receiver out of their flagship FTDX 5000, shrunk it down, and put it into the 3000. It leads to a really, really easy to use, a really lovely sounding radio. So that's the DX3000. Just work along our top shelf here. We've got another 450 just out there. Slightly more expensive. This one's up at 499. So the reason for that is that this one is literally 2 weeks old. The customer purchased it. He realised it wasn't for him, which is fine. But however, he was outside of his returns period, unfortunately. So we gave him a good trade-in price, and he traded in. He went for something else that was more akin to what he wanted to do. So essentially it is brand new. It's $499. You can save yourself £100 over what they are new, yeah, I say boxed and complete. It is essentially new. $499 for that particular 450. A 590S just sat underneath it, the predecessor to the 590SG. You're saving yourself, well, against that SG we just saw, saving yourself £100, but it's a very nice condition. It is the predecessor, the only way to tell the difference between them. And if you're ever looking at a 590 and you're not quite sure whether it's an S or an SG, it's really easy to tell from the front. If it says DSP in that top right hand corner, that's a 590S. If it says TS 590 like it does on this SG, then it's the SG. That is the easiest way to tell the difference between the two. But as I say, both radios very good. The 590S a little bit cheaper, $799 fully boxed and complete. It's still recording. Yeah. Good. Hi, I'm Jonathan here at Martin Lynch & Sons, and welcome to this week's Something for the Weekend video. And I'm just going to stop because John's come out of the loo.
So loud.
What? You coming out of the loo? NFT897 just sat up there. This is of course Yaesu's HF, EHF, UHF all mode transceiver. 100 watts out on HF and 6, 50 watts out on 2, 20 watts out on 77s. Similar to the 857, in fact they share many of the same components that the 857 still has. This one fully boxed and complete, up at $499, which is a good price for this one. And it's a very good condition, I'd say. Obviously, mic manual and DC cable supplied with it. Just below there is a TS2000X. Of course, this is the TS2000 that has 23 SEMs built in as well. So you can get yourself on HF 270 and 23 SEMs. Of course, 6 meters. Well, I've got 6 meters, but you can do that as well. With the 2000, obviously, it's that nice because it's got that satellite mode on that we see things like the IC9700 now, and older things like the the FT847 or the IC910. With that dual VFO proper satellite mode, which makes nice and easy. Just $10.99 for that one. So if you want to get on 23 SEMs, maybe your friend's just got himself a 9700 and you want to chat to him on 23, then just under £1,100 you can do that on this TS2000X. We'll move along the shelf. We've got gloss over. We've got another FT897 just sat there. We've got a 7100 just sat there. We'll talk about that. Of course, 7100 is HF6, 4 meters as well, 2 and 70. And the nice thing about the 7100 is that it's that 2-part arrangement. So you can have the main body sat underneath the desk, team it with something like an IT100 from LDG, and just have the main body, the main face panel up on the desk, so the desk impact very small. 749 gets you that one. It's fully boxed and complete, and absolutely what you need in order to get on the air.
Let's try again.
Are you still recording?
Yeah.
From when I clapped?
Yep. From
when John came out the loo?
Yes.
Right, okay, cool. There's an IC703 just sat there with the battery. Now, we've seen a few 703s over the years, and 703s never last long when we put them on the website because they are very sought after, even now. So, 703, let's just have that quick reminder. It's HF and 6 meters. It's about 10 watts out. Crucially though, with the 703, it's got a built-in ATU. So this one has got its battery with it. Now, we can't offer a guarantee on the battery, that's the thing. With radio, you get your standard 3-month warranty on that we normally do with all of our used items. We just can't offer that on the battery. We don't know what the condition of the cells are. It is supplied with the battery charger as well, so you might be able to coax some life out of them. Alternatively, they may need reselling. But it's nice to see that the battery is there. See so many of these that don't have the optional battery, so it is nice to see one with it. That one is up at just $699. So for a QRP radio with a built-in ATU, that's the great thing about a 703. That's available actually on our shelves here. Also, there is a Sun SDR2 QRP. This is the 5-watt version of the Sun SDR2 Pro, which does 20 watts, and of course the new DX model, which is the 100-watt model. It's SDR driven. It's all done from your computer. And when you're looking at this, it is essentially a box. It's a very similar form factor, a little bit shallower than the old the old Flex 1500. On the back, the antenna port is a mini UHF type. It does come supplied with an adapter in the box, and it's all done over Ethernet, over LAN. You plug an Ethernet cable in there, plug it up onto your router, and load up with software. Software available for both Mac and PC. $699, fully boxed and complete for that one. We'll keep moving on. We've got an FT991A just out there. This is Yaesu's successor in many ways to the 897 we saw earlier. Fully boxed and complete at £999. It of course does HF6, 2 and 70, all the modes including C4 FM. So if you want to get yourself on Fusion, and our man Mark has been playing with Fusion Mode, and he's recently got himself an R91A, which is absolutely three to putz with, and he's been telling me all about how Fusion is the way forward, and how he's a convert to digital mode. So yes, if it's good enough for Mark, it'll be good enough for you, I'm sure. £999 gets you this 991A. We'll keep moving. Just a few more items I want to highlight to you. Still got the K3, $14.99 for that K3. The full spec on it is on the website at hamradio.co.uk/use, so do have a look at it there. But essentially the K3, I mean, I love a K3. We used, and many of you know that I was involved with YOTA 2017 when it was hosted up at Gilwell Park, and GB17 YOTA, as the station was, mostly used K3s in the shack. I'll keep moving round. An IC718 at $399 HF, nice and easy. Very simple to use HF transceiver from Icom. Moving around still, we've got a Yaesu 818ND just sat in there in the corner, the successor to the very popular 817. £499. It's again about £100 off a new one. So there you go, you can save yourself a little bit of money there. And then I'm just going to highlight a few things. Still got the K3S with the P3 just sat there at $3199. A very highly spec'd K3S, that one, especially with the P3 as well. Again, the full spec of that one is on the website hamradio.co.uk/used. I mentioned the 817 when I was talking about the 818. We have an 817 up here, and this has got the BHI module filtered to it. So if you don't know what BHI do, BHI do a range of noise cancelling and noise reduction products. You may know their DSP-KR, their little speaker, and the old NES 10 Mark III that's recently gone out of production, unfortunately. But they do a whole range of noise reduction stuff, and the 817 is renowned for its DSP not really doing much. So it's nice that the BHI module is in this one at $425. That's a very good saving over buying something like a new 818 plus the BHI board and having us fit it for you. You can buy that 817 and have it already fitted. The only thing you're going to miss out on is that TCXO, which you could buy. The TCXO9 is still available. Final couple of things I'm going to mention. I'm going to mention this Hytera MD785. This is the 25-watt UHF version of this radio. It is supplied with the box and the programming cable and the DC cable and the microphone as well, and of course all the instructions. It does need to be programmed. We do have, I believe still have on our website, a code plug that you can put into it. If not, I'm sure we can supply that with it as well. Just £199, that's a great saving off you. And that's, in fact, I think that's cheaper than I've seen them go for on some of those second-hand selling sites as well. So £199, less than £200 for a 25-watt professional grade DMR mobile. That's very good indeed. And I think that might be about it. Oh, there's one more thing, all the way down here. We have an old Kenwood SM220, the station monitor from Kenwood, £179, fully boxed and complete, and a great. If you're a lover of old Kenwood radios, then that might be the thing to make up and to add to your station and really make your station sing this December. And that is, I think, everything I can possibly tell you about. Of course, there's much more here on the shelves that I can't possibly squeeze into one video, but you can view the whole list online at hamradio.co.uk/used. If you see anything here that you want to buy, do either buy it on the website immediately or give us a call 03452 300 599. Until next time, bye bye. Bye.